All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. Cheers for swinging by. Cheers for clicking to listen. I appreciate you liking, subscribing, sharing, passing it on. Keeping the Mick Thomas train rolling, the Cheaper Than Therapy mobile on the move. I appreciate that. How you doing? You all right? It's getting tough now, right? I think some of us have accepted it that this is life now. The schools are out for summer. They're out forever now. No more school. No more school. That's it. Kids are home. Holy shit, man. Impossible. Let me address, remember I said last time I'd address some emails. I'll address one of them up front. I put a joke online sarcastically a few weeks back. And basically the joke was about, because I was homeschooling my son and I was doing something with him, losing my mind. And I put the thing up online and all I said was, teachers need a 3-month break just from doing this. Or whatever it was, I can't remember. And I did the emoji with the eye roll. And apparently people had a problem with it. Someone wrote me an email. I won't mention their name because they used their name in it clearly. And I don't want people to contact them. You know, what's mad? You can't take a fucking joke. People, I'm not that fucking bad where I think teachers don't deserve... Like, I have 2 kids and I lose my fucking mind. I don't understand what you do with 30 of them. 30 plus in some cases. Of course it was a fucking joke. I'm not apologizing. I don't ever apologize for jokes. Because they're jokes. Right? This person got mad. There's no we as teachers, you have a tough job. I get it. I understand. And those 3 months off are not just for you. They're for the kids' development. I understand. So, relax. But, so how else you doing? Hope you're staying healthy, staying safe. Hope you're staying busy. Hope you still have a job. It's affecting a lot of people right now. I do. I hope you still have a job. I hope you're not hiding now from not only the coronavirus, but the murder hornets. That's what they're called. They're not even called killer hornets, by the way. Did you know that? Everywhere you go, they're called murder hornets. Can the fucking media ever just stop? Like, can they ever just fucking relax and go, guys, by the way, there's these few hornets, not that many from China. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to attack some of the bees here in America, right? Now, if the bees get wiped out, that's devastating. That's worse than coronavirus. Okay? So, but media, please stop calling them the murder hornets. It's not their fucking name. You know what's going to happen now? The Charlotte Hornets. Have they already changed their name? I've been so out of the loop of basketball, I couldn't even tell you. They might even change their mascot now, like, cause they, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we don't want to be the murder hornets. You're not. You're the fucking Charlotte Hornets, if you still are. I used to watch basketball back in the days when Larry Johnson used to play for the Hornets and Muggsy Bogues. I used to be a basketball fan in the 90s. But, the murder hornets. That's what the media are calling them. They're headed this way now, apparently. Like the Coast Guard are standing there with fucking binoculars. I see them. Here come the murder hornets. Dan, da, da, dan, 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 da, da, dan, 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 da, da, dan. Fuck off. Ridiculous. So basically what is these hornets come in and if they attack the bee population, they could murder all the bees. But they won't last that long, by the way, because hornets don't live as long as bees, right? Yeah, they could do a substantial amount of damage, but they don't really hibernate like bees do. Hornets really tend to die out. So Mick Thomas knows a bit about wildlife. Mick Thomas loves wildlife because he hates people. He's a fan of the animals. He wishes that some of us could follow the philosophies and the structure of animals sometimes. Ants, especially, right? What if you're an ant? You know what happens? You work with all the other ants. If you don't do your job, they kick the shit out of you and kick you out of the anthill. Get the fuck out. We don't do that. We take care of our idiots. Ants don't do it. Right? What do? We give them handicap stickers for our lazy people. Again, I'm not saying everybody who has a handicap sticker is fucking lazy. I'm not saying that. But sometimes, let's be honest, you've seen them. People with handicap stickers that shouldn't have them, right? You've seen them. Again, I'm not saying everyone who has a handicap sticker doesn't need it. But you know who I'm talking about. Oh, anxiety. I have anxiety, so I need a handicap sticker. Join the fucking queue, mate. We all have depression and anxiety. And you need a handicap sticker, do you? You want to get closer. Up to the front of fucking Home Depot. Why? Because your anxiety. That's what your handicap sticker is for, is it? Fucking anxiety. We don't do that. We don't put up other idiots. Right? You don't see antelope just fucking in the Serengeti just eating. Another antelope comes running up. What's wrong with you? There's a lion over there and he's eating Jeff. Wait, where? By the long grass. Oh wait, by the long grass, where we tell Jeff every single time, don't go near the long grass because that's where the fucking lions are. And what does Jeff do? He goes over there every time. He doesn't listen. You know what? Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you and your anxiety. They don't do that. They let the weak go. The weak-minded go. So don't worry about the killer hornets. They're not going to last long. They die out. They die out. That's what I'm saying. But the media has to have you panic. You know why? Because I think the corona isn't getting people anymore. The coronavirus, it's like, it's not that bad. Nurses are fucking gyrating now on the fucking, what are those food things they call? You know, the drips on like they're on a stripper pole. Yeah, that's what nurses are doing now. They're clapping their asses. They're twerking. That was the word I'm looking for. Nurses are twerking now. So obviously the coronavirus isn't that serious. Leave the nurses alone. Let them twerk if that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to do, let them twerk. But having said that, if you do go to a hospital and you're sitting down there and you're filling in the form, sitting there, now 2 hours go by and you wonder why nobody's looking at your broken arm or the rash on your leg, chances are those nurses are twerking. I'm just saying that. Support the nurses. They're heroes, right? You can't speak ill of the nurses, and I'm not. So watch out for the nurses and watch out for killer hornets. Fucking hell. The end of days. They're just constantly adding bullshit. But they're not. They're doing it too fast. They're blowing their loads too early, right? Coronavirus, killer hornets. Fucking UFOs. Someone sent me that link the other day. I pick 2 people a day and I send it out to them. How are you? Hope all is well. You need anything? You let me know. And I mean that. I send it to 2 people a day. Get my love and my response. And someone wrote back, it's tough. It's this, that, the same stuff. People fighting through. But now we got UFOs to deal with. And I go, you fucking what? What now? And they go, yeah, UFOs. Send me a link. And I'm like, well, Jesus H. Christ. There we go. Fucking 2020. Crazy, right? But, I hope we're making the most of it, though. I'm still playing the guitar. Changed my guitar and went for a smaller one for a different sound. I like it. I prefer my small guitar. I like it. Exercising like crazy. Loving me workouts. Spanish is doing well. I'm getting happy with Spanish. And the chess is doing good. I'm winning some games on chess online. Very excited. School is going fine. All things are good, lads. All things are good. I'm making the most of it. And I hope you're lucky enough to have that too. You know what's gone to shit though? You know what's gone to shit is my car. Like it's a new car. I have a joke about it. It's a newish car. And everyone knows the joke about my new car. Well, not everyone knows about it. I don't know if you do or not. And I'm not going to obviously do the bit. But I I wrote it out. I wrote out the other day because I do this thing now where I take 2 of my old jokes a night and I write them out of fear of losing them. And what I'm doing is I'm tightening it up a bit. Actually, I find when I type it out word for word, because I've never been that guy. When I go on stage, I write on stage and I get the rhythm and I go bang, bang, bang. I memorize it a certain way. I listen to it. All right, that's how I do it now. But I find it's a lot. This has helped me when I write it. Number 1, it helps me remember the joke, and number 2, it helps me maybe clean it up, make it more. Just more impactful. And so I was typing out the joke about my car, because when all this is over, I'm gonna maybe run this hour. I'm gonna run an hour special. When we get out of quarantine, I'm gonna start doing it at clubs and stuff, because I don't want to be the guy that hits the stage with all the quarantine material, because I've said this enough times, every comic will have it. So I'm just going to go back and tighten up my old stuff, rewrite my old stuff, make it sharper, make it stronger, and then I'm going to, hopefully, if things go well, prayers going up. That's a dig at another email I got. I'll go back to that later. What I'll do is I'll record an hour special, hopefully by the end of the year. That's a goal for me to focus on. So again, taking advantage of the time. But anyway, so I was typing at the bit about the car, and I noticed, like, my car, like, it's going to shit now, and it's a new car. It's like, it is clean. Don't get me wrong. It's very clean on the inside, but the outside is like over. Like, my car got keyed at the movie theater one time. I'm gonna come out of the movie theater. I'm like, who the fuck? Who's my enemy? Now what did I do? Now who did I piss off? And that bugged me for like about 3 months, wondering who keyed my car. And then I saw something on Facebook about how they caught those kids at the movie theater who were keying people's cars. So I felt a bit better knowing that somebody didn't have a fucking bullseye on my back. And then in the city, someone hit my mirror. So I've got like I got my camera to my right mirror, and that's dangling off, and I still haven't got that done. Fucking shopping cart marks on it, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's starting, but on the inside it's still perfect. And I always that was always my thing. As long as the inside of my car is clean and tidy, I really don't give a shit what the outside looks like, because I'm not a car person. I'm really not a car person. Like, I was walking on the boardwalk with Atlantic City a long time ago, and I remember seeing this car driving in, and it was a big hot dog, right? And I remember as it passed me, because everything goes slow on the boardwalk, I looked in, and the inside it was immaculate. I'm like, I drive that. I don't give a shit. Like, if you gave me a car for free that on the inside had great air conditioning, all the sat navs, the GPSs, the perfect stereo system, good screens, just decked up with technology. I don't care what the outside looks like. If the outside's a big purple cock, a big penis, right? Like advertising some dildo store. Like, just a big long penis. I'd be okay with that, because I don't drive the outside. I don't see the outside. Does that make sense? Like, I don't see that. Long purple penis. That could be the name of this episode, actually. You never know. You never know. So that's also what I've been with cars. It's very weird. Like, I'm not a car person. And I get people are. I got a friend of mine, he collects Ferraris. My good buddy Eric. And he collects Ferraris, and he's a car person, right? That's his thing. That's his little, and I get it. I'm not a car person. As long as the inside is clean, because I have to look at that. That's what I'm looking at. You guys can look at the big purple penis and laugh all you want to, but as long as I've got everything that works here, I'm fine. I'm fine. Does that make sense? Anyway, I was doing something with my son this week, and it was the Pledge of Allegiance thing. Because he does school, right? He does school. Good man. Yeah, that's it, make you fucking idiot. He does school. He does school. He does online school, and then every day the principal comes on, and he, hey, happy birthday to Jake, or fucking Julio, or happy birthday to whoever the fuck it is, right? And so he does his birthday announcements, and he gets a guitar and he plays this song for the kids every morning. Like, he does a parody, and he makes whatever fucking song it is. He makes it. He makes a parody about whatever the coronavirus. That's why I don't know why I can't think straight. So he makes the parody about the coronavirus, and you sit and you get douche chills, right, for him. But that's the kids love it. He gets a kick out of it. He's not on top of him. My son does his schoolwork, and he follows what he's supposed to do. So he's doing the Pledge of Allegiance thing, right? I don't mean that to sound disrespectful, the Pledge of Allegiance thing. And he does it, and it's... So I turn the laptop and I put the screen on and I go, all right, mate, listen, hey, there's your thing there, the Pledge of... I pledge allegiance to the flag, right? And I look over, and my son is on the couch, and what he's doing is he's bringing both his legs over his head, and he's trying to lick his genitals. Yeah, that's what he's fucking doing. Not like his twig and berries are not hanging out. Don't get me wrong. They're just over his head, and he's trying to get them into his mouth. I'm like, what the fuck you do? Like, of course it's hilarious to me. Of course it's hilarious. Is it a tad bit disrespectful? You might think so, right? I don't really. I think it's funny because it's fucking funny to see that, right? So I go, you're supposed to get up and do the thing. Because I remember when I was a kid, I did that because I was in karate, very good. I was very good at karate, 10 years old, same age as my little fella. I could do the full splits, front splits, box splits, very flexible. And I remember one time I could get my legs right over my head, and I was able to get my thing to touch my mouth. That's true, right? A little bit of, am I right, ladies? But I was saying that, like, one or two things go through your head when that happens. Like, number one, it's like, oh my God, I did it. Oh my God, like there's a penis in my mouth. Or the other thing is, oh fuck, there's a penis in my mouth. So I'm telling this fucking like, get up and do the thing. And then it kind of reminded me, and my son's like, so my son says it, does the Pledge of Allegiance, and I really I don't know the word, because when I became a citizen, right, we were all given a pack the day you get sworn in. It was me, about 250 other people. I was the only white person there. I don't know why I said that. That's not relevant to the story. Why is it racist, Mick? So I just I was the only person there, I guess. So I didn't really talk to anybody. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't talk to anybody because there was a language barrier everywhere I went. So I'm sitting there. I had no. My manager wanted to come out that day, which is really, I really appreciated him offering that. But I wouldn't let him go through that. You know what I mean? He wanted to drive all the way out to Suffolk. And my manager's just he's just the best. He is just the best. And so he wanted to drive out and be with me in that moment. Because I didn't have anybody with me that day. And it's like, I wouldn't do that to anybody, to have him sit there. You sit for like literally 9 o'clock. I was out by maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It was just a long process. And they give you a pack. And in the pack is a checklist. All right, you got to give up your resident card because they don't want to resell that. Checklist saying you're not allowed to swear allegiance to any other country. Most countries don't allow dual citizenship. But Ireland does, so I'm an Irish citizen and I'm a US citizen, which helped going back and forth for my dad's funeral that time. I could walk in, pass all the lines in Ireland with my Irish passport, and come past all the lines with my US passport. It was fucking great. But so then everybody was taking out, this card. But I guess in my pack, it didn't come with the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, I never had to learn that before. It was never on the card. It was never on the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they gave these like laminated cards for everything that you had, right? And some people had it, but I guess my pack never had the Pledge of Allegiance. So at the end of it all, when we were sworn in, you put your hand up, I do, I say this, no other, I promise you this, clean up after myself, no more littering, don't steal anybody's stuff, that's fine, I'll do that. But then it came to like the Pledge of Allegiance, so everybody turned to the flag, hand on the heart, and they start doing it. Now, there was 2 security guards, and they were walking around, and they were looking at people, saying the thing, like doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So I thought, like, fucking hell, like, what if they, because I'm very paranoid with stuff like what if they see you, if you don't do the Pledge of Allegiance, is that like you not consummating the relationship? Like when you get married, apparently it's not legal until you fuck. Apparently not until you have sex, right? So if you get married and never have sex, then you didn't consummate the marriage, therefore it's not legal through the eyes of blah, 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 blah. And so I didn't know. So the security guards were going in because there's two sides to the room. Wouldn't it be funny if it's all one white side and the other not white? Wouldn't that have been funny? Welcome to America. But it wasn't. So it was everybody was doing the thing, and the security guards were walking around like watching people. So like, fuck, I was getting paranoid. So security guards are looking at me. Now I don't know the words to I pledge allegiance to the flag. Now I do. But at the time, I swear to God, I started reciting the lyrics to We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. I swear to God, that's what I was doing. Right? And even the guy from Africa beside me, like, I don't think they are the words. I was like, listen, hang on a second. And then I was maybe throwing him off. And he started going, Marilyn Monroe. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. But I learned it. I learned it since. I'm glad I know it now. So now when I go to my kids' recitals and they make me do it, or I go to my kids' shitty games, I stand up and I join in and I sing along, or I go along with it. But I always laugh. I smile when I say it. Now people look at me like, look at that guy, so proud of being American. You look how proud he is. And I'm just like, I'm just smiling because Joe DiMaggio. Anyway, I said something earlier about prayers going up. What happened is I put a post up this week or last week. I don't know the fuck when it was. All the days and nights blend into one. I put a thing up, and you know that the logo people do, prayers going up, and they have the emoji of the prayer hands. That's really not prayer hands, right? I put up saying I said something, that's just two guys high-fiving. Well, oh my God, the abuse. Someone sent me an email to my Instagram. I don't have it up in front of me, which I should. But it said, Dear Mick Thomas, something like that. Big fan of the show. Obviously, didn't have to read that part. But they said, we just found that what you said about prayers going up and being a high five emoji, very disrespectful and very sacrilegious. Those are the exact words. First of all, I got a text message today from my priest, who's a friend of mine. A priest sent me a picture of a man with a chicken's head on. He goes, look at me, I'm a big cock. I'm a cock. Send this all to all the other cocks that you know. Hilarious, priest. Hilarious. Right? Father Frankie. So trust me, I'm not about sacrilege, and my jokes are never out to offend, and you don't get to pick and choose what you get offended by. Right? It's like, there's no offense needed whatsoever. I happen to be an atheist who respects other religions. I'm very respectful. The only thing I don't respect are signs of the zodiac. I just don't get it. I don't get that. That's not my thing. I don't buy that. I don't believe in the zodiac whatsoever. Now maybe there is some smidgen like of truth to that in a way, but not on the way to the level of the way it is in a newspaper of your star sign. Let me read what's going on with my life today. I do believe like that the body is like 90% made of water. So when the full moon comes out, the fire departments are busier, the police stations are busy, the hospitals are busier during the full moon because of the water, the tide. I get that. That's science. It's not astrology. Maybe it is to an extent. But first of all, no one in heaven is on Facebook. I'm sorry about that. I mean to bust your bubble. Because there was no Facebook, right? 10 years ago, maybe we'll say 20 years ago. So when people died, you went to heaven. If that's what you believe, that's great. I hope there is a heaven. I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. But when you went to heaven, that was it, right? It was the end of it. And then the only prayers you got is when you went to the church, you lit a candle. Right, was lighting the candle the equivalent of your... But now apparently we put on Facebook, happy birthday to grandma in heaven. Yeah, they got Facebook up there, do they? They don't. They don't have it. So just relax. No offense was meant. Okay? I don't believe in that, and I don't believe, like I said, the zodiac. The day I don't believe in the zodiac was because I was just like... my daughter's birthday is coming up now, actually. I remember when she was born, she was in the nursery with all, there was 20 other babies in there. And the nurse came over to me and she goes, oh, which one is yours? And I was like, 2 down, 3 across. Right? Like she was a fucking, bingo. 2 down, 3 across. And she went, oh, she's nice. She's a big baby. And I was like, yeah, she is. And then she went, oh, she's a Virgo. She's a Virgo. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, she's a Virgo. That's what she is now. That's her star sign. So I said, you're trying to tell me that her, 24 of these other babies and every other baby on Long Island are now very kind but stubborn and hard to get along with. Everyone right now in this fucking room is going through that exact same thing, is it? Everyone born right now on this planet. So right now there's a whole army of very polite, kind, but stubborn and hard to get along with people. That's what's being born right now. Fuck off. It's bullshit. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. If your faith is, your personality is determined on when you're born. Stop it. But, so to the person who's offended by my prayers going up or kind of taking away your emoji. So from now on, when, you know, you want to feel bad for somebody, just let them know that you're now high-fiving them. You're now high-fiving them. Okay? So, guys, a big high five to all of you. I'll leave it at that. Any questions, any comments, concerns, send them on to my Instagram page, Mick Thomas Comedy. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Lads, ladies, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks so much. Be happy. Be safe. Be well. Wash yourselves, you dirty fuckers. Thanks so much. Good luck, everybody. Good luck to you now. Good luck to you.